have come across something quite unexpected, a crack in the earth about 700 yards long and 50 yards wide. The natural phenomenon was first recorded by Randy Becker and then later shared online by SNS Outfitters, an antelope hunting guide service, where the pictures soon started to buzz. While hunting this past weekend in the Bighorns, we came across an awesome example of how our Earth is not as stable as you might think. Awesome forces at work here to move this much dirt, Becker wrote on Facebook. That's all I've got. The apocalypse nears. Cern, the LHC, the Large Hadron Collider, unleashes portals of hell, according to conspiracy theorists. As the European Organization for Nuclear Research, better known as Cern, resumed the run-2 of its particle-smashing project using the LHC, geared to better understand the universe, conspiracy theorists gang up to give their version behind the true intention of the program. It can be recalled that last year, Cern began the run-2 until it was halted for its year-end technical stop, YETS, in December 2015. According to an official statement from Cern, the program has officially resumed as of Friday, and it has since started a new bunch it's circulated. According to Cern, the LHC has enabled them to discover an important particle that can be helpful in learning more about the universe. The LHC is considered the world's largest particle accelerator. It reached a proton-proton collision energy of 13 TeV, the highest level achieved by an accelerator of its kind. But conspiracy theorists are not buying Cern's statement that the program is purely for scientific advancements, especially in providing information to better understand the universe. In fact, some conspiracy theorists connect Cern's experiment to a possible undercover mission that aims to unleash the forces of darkness, which it does, and they don't deny it. In fact, their physicists openly admit it. All across the board. You haven't seen the videos? Go to our website. Just go. Don't argue, just go. They're all there. We've caught them. In fact, don't argue is the wrong word. Don't wait. That was the word I was looking for. I don't know why I said don't argue. In fact, Lonnie Robinson wrote an opinion editorial in a Michigan newspaper, the Daily Reporter. Now, hang on. I want to say something here. You've got people who are publishing this in papers, which means there has to be some legitimacy to it, whether it be an editorial, an opinion, or whoever, or whatever. There's a reason it was published. There's a motive and an agenda behind the people who own the newspapers. Now, I'm not talking about CNN or all the other big, dumb corporations. We're talking about the local newspapers. That's what this is. In fact, Lonnie Robinson wrote an opinion editorial in a Michigan newspaper, the Daily Reporter, with the headline, "We should be very scared about Cern." Robinson wrote that Cern's objective with the LHC is insane. It was the European Organization for Nuclear Research that built Cern, known as the Large Hadron Collider, where scientists identified the God particle called the Higgs boson during 2012. This is the world's largest machine, a few stories high, located 300 feet underground and 17 miles in length. Robinson wrote in his article published in September last year. So, as Cern is starting up again, there are concerns that have yet to be even close to being addressed. Because there is truthfully a hidden agenda behind Cern. We've exposed it time and time again. But the question is, why aren't more people listening? I mean, let's put it on a scale here, because you now have pastors of small churches, not big churches, small churches, who are now bringing up the concerns of Cern. Which shows that there is weight to this. There is something in this that God is trying to bring out through His people, saying pay attention to what's going on at the LHC. See, now, as we go forward, we have to recognize a significant problem. Well, yeah, a big problem. Cern will play the cover of what else takes place around the world, because in this year and the next year and the years to follow, they're building more of these colliders. You've got Japan, you've got China building larger than the LHC. You've got linear colliders going on in Japan. And pretty much, are they going to publish reports on what's going on there, or are we not going to see it like Cern does? And Cern's pretty hidden as it is anyways. But it has to hold weight with people that you now have pastors, you have newspapers also showing concern for what is actually going on at Cern. You know what's crazy? When conspiracy theorists or supposed conspiracy theorists say things like Planet X, it could potentially be the destroyer of planet Earth, the mainstream would say you're crazy. However, on phys.org, which is a pretty known website, a researcher on March 30th, 2016 links mass extinctions to Planet X. Periodic mass extinctions on Earth, as indicated by the global fossil record, could be linked to a suspected ninth planet, according to research published by a faculty member of the University of Arkansas Department of Mathematical Sciences. Daniel Whitmire, a retired professor of astrophysics, now working as a math instructor, published findings in the January issue of Monthly Notices of the Royal Astronomical Society that the as-of-yet undiscovered Planet X triggers comet showers linked to mass extinctions on Earth as intervals of approximately 27 million years. As for the years, we know they're all construed. Those scientists have been looking for Planet X for over 100 years. The possibility that it's real got a big boost recently when researchers from Caltech infrared its existence based on orbital anomalies seen in objects in the Kuiper Belt, a disc-shaped region of comets, and other larger bodies beyond Neptune. If the Caltech researchers are correct, Planet X is about 10 times the mass of Earth and could currently be up to 1,000 times more distant from the Sun. Now, as what we know, there are signs that we're seeing this mysterious planet today. So there's a few questions that arise with this. Does this discovery of Planet X, which links to mass extinctions on Earth, are they using it, number one, as a cover-up? Number two, are they using it as a way to explain away some of the extinctions that have taken place throughout history, as well as what's the future hold for us? Because we know that Planet X has an orbit, and we know that it's closer to the Sun, it's closer to Earth than what they're saying. There's a lot of research that proves that. But does it actually explain the anomalies and the crazy things that are going on with the Earth today? Does that explain it away? That's what I'm trying to come up with. I'm going to be doing a full report on this shortly. I don't know exactly when, but the amount that Planet X has been mentioned lately in the news is a bit alarming, because just a little while ago it was never mentioned. In fact, it was laughed at, right? Well, now you have people who are supposedly experts in the field. They discovered an anomaly out in Neptune, about 1,000 times more distant than the Sun, than the Earth from the Sun. Wow, excuse me. And it's just really strange that all of a sudden this is now being mentioned when it's been denied for so long. Because we know that there was a massive cover-up coming with Planet X. We know it. There was no doubt about it. NASA, all of them were covering it up. The question is why? And a lot of people are pointing to the answer that very soon it will be so hard to deny Planet X that they have to release it. So is that why they've released it? And is that why we're starting to see articles that Planet X is linked to mass extinctions on Earth? They can't hide it anymore. That's the question I'm asking. As well as, this is definitely linked to the end times, scripturally. We've got to understand what's going on with this, and we also have to understand the deception that comes with astronomical discoveries. So there's a bit of a big one with this one. Let's just put it that way. Let's generalize it. It's a big thing. It's a big one. It's 1,000 times bigger, 100 times bigger than Earth. Excuse me. Oh no, wait. That's correct. Yeah. Now, Planet X triggers these comet showers, which are what links to the mass extinctions on Earth. Does this also point to a near, or in the very near future, of a comet shower that is potentially going to be linked to a mass extinction on Earth? Is that what they're saying with this? We can keep reading, but Whitmire and his colleague, John Matz, I believe that's how you pronounce that. I apologize, Johnny, first published research on the connection between Planet X and mass extinctions in the journal Nature in 1985, while working as astrophysicists at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Their work was featured in a 1985 Time magazine cover story titled, "Did Comets Kill the Dinosaurs? A Bold New Theory About Mass Extinctions." At the time, there were three explanations proposed to explain the regular comet showers. Planet X, the existence of a sister star to the Sun, and vertical oscillations of the Sun as it orbits the galaxy. The last two ideas have subsequently been ruled out as inconsistent with the paleontological record. Only Planet X remained as a visible theory, and it is now gaining renewed attention. Wonder why? That's the question, is why? They've been covering this thing up, calling us crazy for so long. Now all of a sudden, it's almost as if it was a plan. So with that, I want to thank you guys for watching and listening, but I really do want to hear what you guys say in the comments, what you guys think about it. We obviously know it's a cover-up, but the question is, what type of cover-up? That's the big question that we all need to be asking here, because the potential of cover-up with Planet X is so large. It could be links to the next mass extinction. Of course, we know it's linked to the end times. But what's the motive behind the cover-up? That's what we need to discover. So with that, I want to thank you guys again for watching and listening. God bless and carry on.
Hello, all you beautiful